Hello, here's an updated weather briefing concerning flash flooding and severe weather potential. Today is March 28, 2018. Here are the contents that we're going to cover today. Flash flooding and heavy rain threat. Again, this is mainly tonight. Some significant flooding is possible across northeast Louisiana, with other areas across western and northern Mississippi seeing a threat for flash flooding as well. There's also a risk for severe storms, mainly between 3 and 8 p.m. this afternoon and early evening. With heavy rainfall over the region, river flooding often follows, and we'll cover that as well towards the end of the presentation. Here's a graphic describing the expectations for flash flooding and heavy rainfall. Areas to focus on are the orange and red shaded areas, where we're highlighting a significant threat and an elevated threat. Focusing in on the significant threat, which is the red shaded area, flash flooding is likely, in anticipation of 4 to 7 inches of rainfall. Areas generally along and north or northwest of the Natchez Trace is the orange shaded area, covered by the elevated threat. Flash flooding is expected here, with generally 3 to 5 inches of rainfall expected. Areas shaded in yellow will see rainfall much later in the overnight, but mainly early Thursday morning, and not as much rainfall as expected, generally 1 to 2 inches. The system will be moving eastward more progressively during this time frame. Areas in the highest threat can see flash flooding with roads closed, some potentially even washed out in the red shaded area again, where significant flooding is possible, and other issues related to heavy rainfall and flash flooding. Here's a graphic describing the expected rainfall totals during this event. As you can see, areas from northeast Louisiana through western and the north central Mississippi, that swath showing anywhere from 3 to 4.5 inches is the expected area and the most likely rainfall amounts. However, as noted before, some potential exists for higher amounts, where we could see some locations see 3 to 5, and a few locations even as high as 4 to 7 inches of rainfall. The severe weather threat, again, exists mainly between 3 and 8 p.m. late this afternoon and early evening, and covering the area shaded in yellow, which is the slight risk area. Damaging winds from an evolving line of storms, as well as some tornadoes, are possible in that area. Areas in the green shaded area is a lower risk, and they're on the edge of the greatest potential. Again, damaging wind is the main concern. The timing graphic on the right gives a more detailed breakdown of timing and expectations. Here's the threat for severe storms early or during the first half of Thursday. There's much uncertainty regarding this time frame, and much of that risk will hinge on how the system evolves overnight and where the heavy rainfall allows the stalled boundary to get situated. This graphic could remain the same if the boundary stalls further to the west or northwest. However, if the boundary does push more east or southeast, most of this risk will probably be removed or lowered to marginal risk. Look for updates concerning the Thursday morning threat for severe weather. With heavy rainfall around, river flooding becomes a concern once the rainfall hits the ground. Here's a general overview of where issues may arise due to the heavy rainfall across northeast Louisiana. Look for some rises on the Ouachita and Beth, especially potential for flash flooding in the backwater areas where current flooding is ongoing. Overall, these rivers should hold in moderate flood stage. Across central Mississippi, look for rises across the lower Yazoo, Big Sunflower, and lower to middle Big Black. These may push to moderate flood stage if rainfall reaches the 3 to 5 inch totals. There's our updated weather briefing. If you have any questions or concerns, don't hesitate to call at the number